This Japanese motorhome costs less than half of its American rival, and yet it genuinely shames a $250,000 American RV, and today we are going to find out exactly why. On one side is the 2026 Winnebago View, a premium American motorhome with a list price of around $250,000. On the other side is the Toyota Regard Neo Plus, a Japanese motorhome that starts at roughly $55,000 and runs up to about $100,000 fully loaded. Both are compact Class C motorhomes. So we are asking one question: what does paying that massive premium actually buy you, and can the cheaper Japanese one keep up? Let's take a look. Before we even step inside, the cheaper Japanese motorhome already has a serious advantage. It is shorter than many American pickup trucks, yet it seats more people, sleeps more people, and hides a giant convertible gear garage in the rear. So no, this isn't going to be a simple case of the expensive one wins. The Winnebago is more refined, but the Toyota does a few things so cleverly that it genuinely shames the American RV.
Motorhome luxury.
Starting outside, these two motorhomes immediately show two completely different philosophies. The Winnebago View is a substantial American touring coach. It measures 25 feet 8 inches long, about 7 feet 6 inches wide, and 10 feet 7 inches tall. It rides on a 170-inch wheelbase Mercedes-Benz Sprinter chassis, so it feels stable and premium, but also wide, tall, and present when you are pulling through a tight grocery store lot. The Toyota Regard Neo Plus is almost shocking beside it, measuring just 17 feet 7 inches long, 6 feet 8 inches wide, and 9 feet 2 inches tall. It is shorter than many standard full-size pickups, making parking, turning, and sneaking through narrow streets entirely stress-free. Already, the Regard shames the View in its body construction. The View uses traditional high-quality RV construction, with laminated panels and visible structural seams that require constant attention over years of highway vibration. The Regard Neo Plus uses a one-piece molded fiberglass FRP semi-monocoque shell with an integrated molded floor. That gives you a single weather-resistant body instead of a box stitched together from flat panels. Living with an RV long-term, leak anxiety is real. A seamless fiberglass shell that feels like a boat hull gives you immense durability confidence, making the Winnebago's paneled seams a real point of comparison. Storage is next. The Winnebago depends on layout, offering up to 80.9 cubic feet of exterior storage in bays that are heated, lit, and waterproof. Then the Regard answers with its rear rocket room. Access through large hatches reveals a space that changes with your life. With the lower rear bunk down, the space is a modest 24 cubic feet. Flip that bunk up, and it becomes a tall 65 cubic foot vertical garage. You can store an adult electric bike or awkward outdoor gear, with interior access if it rains. On a motorhome under 18 feet long, that flexibility is ridiculous. Is the Winnebago's heated, lit storage bay worth the massive price hike? If you travel with expensive, temperature-sensitive gear, maybe. But for everyday items, the Toyota's flexible garage actually feels smarter. Utility systems are where the Winnebago reminds you why it costs so much. Instead of listing every plumbing spec, what you actually feel in daily life is off-grid freedom. With massive, fresh, gray, and black water tanks on the View, you can camp for days without constantly watching every single drop. The Toyota is much more compact. With a fresh tank of roughly 16 gallons and a gray tank of 13 gallons, extended boondocking is tight, and showers require real discipline. But the Toyota places those tanks low around the rear axle area, helped by a stretched camroad chassis. That keeps weight low and balanced, keeping the vehicle from feeling top-heavy in crosswinds. Outdoor living goes the other way. The Winnebago has a 16-foot powered patio awning with LED lighting and Bluetooth control. Press a button, and your shaded outdoor room appears. We would use that constantly because easy setup means it doesn't become a chore. The Regard's optional 11.5-foot manual awning is useful, but smaller and less effortless. So yes, if tanks and push-button comfort are your priority, the View earns part of its premium, but the Toyota keeps fighting back with smarter weight management and a much lower price. The cab is where the Winnebago feels expensive the second you sit down. The View rides on a Mercedes-Benz Sprinter with a 2.0-liter high-output dual-turbo diesel engine and a smooth 9-speed automatic transmission. The power delivery is confident, changing how safe the vehicle feels when merging into fast traffic. The Mercedes cockpit brings a premium high-tech safety net, including a smart touchscreen, adaptive cruise control, and active lane assistance. The captain's chairs are heated, powered, and swivel toward the living area. Even the cup holders are premium. 4 deep solid holders mean your water bottle finally has a stable place on a 10-hour drive. The Toyota Regard Neo Plus is the opposite. It is a right-hand drive Japanese market vehicle on a purpose-built Toyota Camroad commercial truck base with a 2.8-liter diesel and a 6-speed automatic transmission. The cab is upright, rugged, and commercial, without heated memory seats, adaptive cruise, or swiveling front chairs. But in actual living, the Toyota is under 18 feet long with a turning radius of just 17 feet 5 inches, making tight streets, gas stations, and crowded tourist towns easy. Maintenance also favors the Toyota. The Camroad shares parts with commercial vehicles, meaning simpler servicing and cheaper parts. The Mercedes is smoother, but specialized service gets expensive fast. Is that smooth highway ride worth the massive markup? The Winnebago wins highway comfort while the Toyota wins the daily stress test. Step inside the Winnebago View and the first impression is residential space opened up by the driver's side slide-out. The windows are a small premium detail making a huge difference. Dual-pane acrylic windows that pop outward with built-in blackout shades and mosquito screens that roll down in 2 seconds. The Winnebago Connect touchscreen and phone app control everything, including a pet minder feature that warns you if the interior temperature gets unsafe. Now step into the Regard Neo Plus. There is no slide-out, but the interior feels shockingly open. The lounge uses a huge L-shaped dinette and a face-to-face bench setup with headroom around 6 feet 7 inches. And here the Toyota lands another major punch. It seats up to 8 people. A motorhome shorter than many pickups can carry a large family around a proper table and still feel organized. It doesn't have a smart home app, but it features double-glazed pop-out windows, a split household air conditioner, and a diesel interior heater. The View feels richer and more relaxed, while the Regard feels like a space planning masterclass. Moving on to the kitchens, the Winnebago galley is luxurious and runs along the slide-out with a large prep counter, stainless sink, and a smart hybrid cooktop offering 1 induction and 1 propane burner. Having propane as a backup means you can still cook off-grid without draining your battery bank. Food storage is also a huge advantage with a 10 cubic foot refrigerator, while a master drawer lock keeps your silverware secure on sharp turns. The Regard kitchen is much tighter, providing a stainless sink, folding faucet, and a 3 cubic foot refrigerator. The surprising compromise is the cooktop. The Regard doesn't have a built-in permanent burner. It uses a portable cassette-style butane stove that stores away. The upside is a completely flat counter, but a portable stove feels basic in a $100,000 motorhome. Does a built-in hybrid cooktop justify a major price premium? Honestly, having cooked on portable stoves in parking lots, it is a minor inconvenience, but definitely not a 6-figure deal-breaker. Now, briefly look at the power setups, and here's where things go back to design efficiency. The Winnebago packs a heavy-duty luxury lithium battery bank with roof, solar, and a secondary alternator, offering massive off-grid power that you can expand even further. The Regard answers with a highly capable lithium system of its own. But because the Toyota runs an efficient split household air conditioner instead of a heavy rooftop unit, its battery capacity goes a long way. The Winnebago wins for heavy appliance capacity and expansion, while the Toyota wins the price-per-capability fight for simple, efficient cooling. Next up, the bathroom is the Winnebago's comfort argument in one room. You get a full-width rear dry bath with a separate dressing area, wardrobe, medicine cabinet, foot pedal toilet, and a dedicated shower with a skylight. The real luxury is the Truma AquaGo tankless water heater with recirculation. Turn the shower on and hot water is ready immediately with no cold water waste. The Regard Neo Plus uses a compact wet bath where the shower, basin, and toilet share one fiberglass space. Hot water comes from a 22-liter boiler using engine waste heat or AC power. But because the freshwater tank is only 16 gallons, showers must be highly disciplined. At the base price, the toilet is optional, letting you choose a cassette or portable chemical setup. But is an endless hot shower worth the huge financial gap? If you shower on board every day, the view earns its price. If the bathroom is mostly for emergencies, the Toyota's wet bath does the job without wasting valuable space. Now, this is the strongest part where the cheaper rig completely shames the expensive one. Arguably the most important part of living experience, it is in sleeping where the Toyota Regard Neo Plus turns the whole comparison upside down. The Winnebago sleeping setup depends on layout. In the 24D, the Murphy Plus Queen bed lowers at the press of a button. You can leave the sheets, comforter, and pillows in place, and the entire made bed disappears into the wall during the day. That is a huge daily use case win. Building a bed from cushions every night gets old immediately, and the View solves that problem beautifully. The 24R gives you rear twin beds that can convert into a king, and the 24T pairs a Murphy bed with theater seating. Add the optional cab-over bunk or convertible lounge areas, and the View can sleep around 4 people. But there is one real limitation. Once the beds are deployed, the living space disappears. If one person wants to sleep early, everyone else has to work around the bed. Now look at the Regard. This tiny under 18-foot motorhome can sleep up to 6 people in 3 separate zones. Zone 1 is the hidden pull-down ceiling bed over the front lounge. Instead of a bulky cab-over forehead outside, the bed stores flat against the ceiling and pulls down on tracks when needed. It measures 6 feet 6 inches long by 4 feet 6 inches wide, so 2 adults can use it comfortably. Zone 2 is the dinette bed below it. The table lowers, the cushions flatten, and the lounge becomes another sleeping area measuring 6 feet 3 inches by 3 feet 5 inches. Zone 3 is the permanent rear bunk area. The upper bunk measures 5 feet 11 inches by 2 feet 7 inches, and the lower bunk measures 5 feet 11 inches by 2 feet 9 inches. Taller adults will feel the length limit because the beds run across the narrow Japanese body. But for kids, teenagers, or shorter adults, permanent bunks in a motorhome this small are incredible. This is the real difference maker in family travel. In the View, sleep mode takes over the main room. In the Regard, kids can go to the rear bunks, close their curtains, and sleep while adults stay up front using the dinette, working on laptops, or just talking. And if you do not need the lower bunk, it flips up and becomes that 65 cubic foot rocket room garage again. Here, the Regard completely shames the Winnebago's sleeping capabilities. The cheaper Japanese RV sleeps more people, separates sleeping zones better, and turns one bed into a cargo garage. For less than half the price, that isn't only impressive. Rather, that is embarrassing for the expensive rig. We are not going to pretend the Toyota wins everything. The Winnebago View is a significantly more refined, luxurious long-distance machine. If you want uncompromising highway comfort, automatic slide-outs, and a seamless smart home ecosystem on the road, the Winnebago delivers. And before we crown the ultimate value winner, we have to be completely honest about that price gap. First, the $100,000 figure is the fully loaded Premium Class 5 Regard. The base version actually starts closer to $55,000 in Japan, and either way that is the retail price before shipping and import duties. And the Winnebago's $250,000 figure is its list price. In the real world, these coaches are regularly discounted to somewhere around $180,000 to $200,000. Second, and this is the big one, because the Regard is a current right-hand drive Japanese vehicle, United States law will not let you permanently import and register it for the road until it is 25 years old. It also comes with no U.S. warranty. Whereas the Winnebago is a brand new, fully warranted American coach you can actually drive home today. But even after acknowledging all of that, when you look at the raw price-to-capability ratio, what the Toyota Regard Neo Plus delivers for less than half the price of the Winnebago is honestly shocking. It completely shames the American RV in structural integrity with its seamless, leak-proof, one-piece molded fiberglass shell. It shames it in cargo versatility with its brilliant, 3-way, accessible vertical gear garage. It shames it in handling physics with its low-mounted, center-of-gravity tank placement. And it completely dominates it in family flexibility, squeezing 3 completely independent sleeping zones, a massive convertible gear garage, and a 6-person capacity into a nimble, ultra-compact footprint, that is easier to park than a standard full-size pickup truck. Japan took a basic commercial truck chassis and utilized brilliant packaging and thoughtful engineering to create a bento box on wheels that matches or beats a $250,000 luxury coach in some of the most critical daily living categories. For more than half the cash savings, that is an absolutely mind-blowing achievement. Yes, the American one is more refined, but you are paying more than double the price for it. For that price gap, what the Japanese one delivers is honestly shocking. So, we want to hear from you. With that massive price gap on the table, which one would you actually choose to live your adventures out of? If you want to see another Japanese camper van, then click on this one, and we will see you soon with another luxury motorhome.